punk rock dreamer and a lovesick romantic share a name and a future neither expected. I'm Zen. Konnichiwa, aloha, bonjour, and what's up? And welcome to another episode of the Spiraken Manga Review. And I'm excited for this episode because, one, it is our 626th episode. Can you believe it's 626? Hence why Stitch's in the background. I'm wearing a Stitch shirt. But the reason why I'm excited is because we're going to be talking about a manga that we reviewed all the way back in episode 151 of this podcast with its new anniversary edition. And we're going to talk about if it holds up, what the changes are, and more importantly, if it's worth investing your time in. So let's get to it, because if you remember from the last episode, I spun that one that only the Wheel of Manga, Nick Dictator, and be there reviewing a manga that is one of the most famous Shojo mangas of all time, one of the most popular, and we're talking about Nana, the 25th anniversary edition, because 25 years ago, Ai Yazawa introduced the world to two women named Nana and their illustriously insane and beautiful and wonderful and sad story. And this is the story of two women named Nana. The first one, when we're introduced to her, it's very simple. Surrounded by mountains, my hometown is neither big nor little. It isn't a big city or a tiny village way out in the country. There was nothing that really sold the town for tourism. I was the middle of three daughters, left to my own devices. By parents who were neither rich nor poor, I grew up quickly. I was just about to graduate from an average local all-girls high school. When? And this is where our story starts, and we're introduced to Nana Komatsu. And she's actually being broken up with by her current boyfriend, a man whose name is Takeshi Asano. And he's about 35 years old. He's being transferred to a company, and she's like, why? She doesn't understand why he's breaking up with her. Because the thing is that this is allegedly her major first love, this person she cares about, and she's shocked by this as he's breaking it down easy, saying, I'm going to care about you, I'm going to miss you so much, but I have to go. And she realizes she doesn't know anything about him. She doesn't know if he's married. She doesn't know if Takeshi Asano is his real name. She doesn't know anything. She's been the other woman, and she's kind of shocked by this. And she's pretty much overwhelmed by these feelings. And this is something which you think is kind of important. However, we find out when she talks to her friend Junko, this isn't the first time this happened, because Nana K is in love with the idea of being in love. She is a true romantic. She wants that bubbles in your tummy, that whole feeling of being with someone and caring about someone and seeing someone as your significant other. The romance that all the movies and books talk about. And this has happened for quite a while. I mean, when she first started out, she fell in love with her teacher, who was a 25-year-old who eventually that didn't work out because he didn't even see her as a woman. Then there was a guy at the video store, Mr. Nakamura, who got her interested into going to movies, but he didn't see her as a girl either. Then you had the chef at the restaurant where she ended up gaining a lot of weight. And then you had the pizza guy, who's a really cute guy, but again, she ordered a lot of pizzas. And then she lost weight and she was depressed and sad. But then she ends up running into Takashi at a movie theater when she's going alone. And she ends up falling in love with this guy. And they have a long, wonderful history, but it's over. She needs to get past it. So what her friend Junko says is, you need to get your head out of the game. You got to work on Nana first. So you're the valedictorian. We're going to go to college. You're going to do great. And when she goes to college, Junko ends up introducing her to her friend Shoji, who's a childhood friend. And she decides, you're going to be my Junko. You're going to be my friend. And over the course of the next couple of chapters, we discover that she ends up figuring out what she wants with Shoji. Shoji becomes the person that he's in love with her, and it takes her a while to figure this out. And then eventually she figures it out. Things are going to work out. She gets over her sadness over Takeshi, and she's going to be with Shoji. One little problem. Shoji wants to go to art school in Tokyo. So he's going to leave to Tokyo. They're going to have a long distance relationship, and then eventually, once things work out, he gets into his good school, she can come and visit him. And that is Nana K's dream, is to be there and be essentially like a housewife to this guy that she loves. Now, on the other side, we've got the other Nana, Nana Omatsu. And Nana Osaki, hers is a little bit of a different story. Hers is, I have no idea where I was born. I've never seen my father's face, and I've long forgotten the face of my mother. I came to this coastal village when I was 4 years old. I was raised by my grandmother, who ran a small diner and constantly dumped her cold sarcasm on me. These days, while working tirelessly, I polish the shards of my dreams. And Nana Osaki is a little bit different. She wants to be a rock star. She is the lead singer of a band called Blast with her good friend Yaz on drums. You have her boyfriend Ren as the primary guitarist, and they have been kicking ass and taking names. They're very much Sid and Nancy. They rock hard, they play hard, they've got tons of fans, and they live a pretty good life. Yeah, they're literally freezing in their little apartment, but they love each other and they care about each other. Things are going good for them. And she's gone past her tragic past until she finds out something from Yaz that turns out that Ren's old band in Tokyo, Trap Nest, wants him back. They have a record deal. They have a new singer, and they need his magic, his music to make it what it is. So Ren thinks about it, and he's going to go. Because, hey, he's a guitarist. He wants to make something of himself. And this is, you're getting a record. That's going to be awesome. And this band is set to be one of the best out there. And they want him. And so Yaz says, hey, what do you want to do? You want to stick? We're going to break up, I guess, because Nana's going to go with him and that's it. But it's not that simple. Nana realizes that Ren is that guitarist. He's that musician that's going to be amazing. But if she moves to Tokyo with him, what's going to happen is she's going to be the stay-at-home wife, giving up her dreams, while Ren makes all of his dreams come true. So what she's going to do, she says, you go to Tokyo, you do your thing. I'm going to make a band that's just as good as Trap Nest, and we're going to beat you. I'll come to Tokyo when I think I'm good enough, and we'll see what happens then and there. And that is the big thing, is because think about it. She loves Ren. She loves him to death, but she has to let him go because she wants to follow her dreams, not his dreams. She wants to be the best she could be. And that is the important thing, because she wants to be the best she can be. And at this point, these two girls who seem to be completely parallel and different, 2 years later, end up meeting on a train because they're both going to Tokyo to make their fortune, and they end up sitting next to each other. The punk rock dreamer and the love-struck romantic end up becoming friends, roommates, and living a whole life together in this insane story that is beautiful, sad, amazing, and WTF. And honestly, this is a really dynamic and fun story. A lot happens. We see so many elements to this. And I can go on and on about this story, but you have to read this yourself. Now, some of you are going to say, you spoiled the whole thing. I haven't spoiled anything. This is a 25-year-old story. You may have heard so much. Read the series. Trust me, you will thank me. Now, besides the story, how is this new 25th anniversary edition? Well, the 25th anniversary edition has sprayed edges that look like a skirt or plaid, if you want to be fancy like that. And it is beautifully designed. It is an omnibus with 3 volumes in it, and more importantly than that, something I like is that there's a bunch of new content involved in it and a lot of notes from Ai Yazawa. And there's even some unreleased artwork and some mini comics in there as well. It's a great 25th anniversary edition. More importantly than that, there's a lot of fixing in the translation. They fixed some of the translation, and they've added some references that were taken out in the original version. There's references to Last Quarter, which was her first, her last hand-drawn manga she ever did. There's references to Neighborhood Story. There's references to Paradise Kiss, Parakiss. This is a really well done edition, and it is really nice. And the second one, I'm going to move for a second, has a different hashing. Each one is a different hash. Line 3, unfortunately, I haven't picked up yet, but I want to. It's going to be kind of cool when it comes out. But yeah, this is a really cool edition. It's really fun. Now, what about the artwork? How's the artwork in this? Well, this new edition celebrates the artwork. When you look at the scenes where you have Nana O versus Nana K, they are 2 completely different art styles. But when they're together, they match them harmoniously. Because when it's Nana Komatsu's, her world, the romantic world, it's drawn like a standard Shojo story. Very light pen work, not a lot of shading. It looks like a regular character. It feels like a completely different manga. It feels completely different. But then, when we get to Nana Osaki's pages, it is punk rock. It is heavy lines. It is dark hair, matching their dark soul and their awesomeness. And I gotta say, Even though they have a moment which is essentially a ripoff of Evangelion. I'm not going to lie. I had to point that out just because it is. This is such a different and dynamic. It feels like it's a different manga completely, but it is Ai Yazawa. When they go together, it's this dynamic opposition which fits so well to show their worlds together. Because you have the lightness that is Hachi, which is Nana Komatsu's nickname, because 8. And then Nana's Dark World combining. And I think later on in the series, they actually switch their color palettes so that when Nana O is happy, it's light. And then when Hachi is sad, it's dark. So that is something which I never noticed. And it is, I wouldn't have noticed with this larger print. And honestly, I'm going to buy the rest of the series. It is Nana. It is great. Greta loves this. She does think that Nana K is an idiot. And yeah, she's a little bit of an idiot. A lot of things she does is really stupid, but she grows up. And that's the thing, is this is a story about growing up. And this is a series which went from a Shojo to a Josei series. So yeah. Now, so after thinking about this and going back and forth, you know I'm going to go with this. But my rating for this, because originally we rated this a Bar from Friends Over Turn on Software Pocket episode 151. This new edition, also with the size difference where it's larger and you can see more of the artwork, bumps it up. So this is our highest rating, which is going to be really, really, really cool. Read it now. The artwork is hyper detailed and looks beautiful. There are a couple of chibi moments, but for the most part, it is really mature and drawn well. You have this beautiful narration and narrative between these two characters and the ups and downs as they try to find themselves and better themselves. And the two viewpoints make this a great story. Now, there are some unexpected plot elements. Again, I'm not going to say anything, but the shoujo staple of that this is makes it totally worth it. Now, the one con is this is an unfinished series. Now, fun fact, the reason why this 25th anniversary came out is because allegedly Ai Yazawa is going to finish this series. She's actually going to finish the story. So we're going to find out all of the twists and turns that happened, what characters that are dead may still be alive, and questions about paternity may be answered. We have to wait and see. The tropes are going to be obviously lovesick heroine, conflicting roommates, and that dramatic tension that happens between so many characters. But yeah, this is that series. This is a great one. Definitely worth checking out. So, anyway, with that in mind, if you agree or disagree with me, let me know your thoughts. Email me, zanspiraken.com, tweet me at Spiraken. I know someone said that when I talked about Nana for my most recommended mangas of all time for grown-ups, I talked about this and I spoiled something. Hopefully I didn't this time. But let me know your thoughts. Have you read Nana? Are you going to buy it? Let me know. And with that, let's get to the manga release for the week. We got some really fun ones, some really weird ones, and a lot of ones which are in the 10 spot. Let's get to it. And we're talking about, first, we got The Ancient Magus Bride, Wizard Blue, Volume 10. Then we got Ayeka is in Love with Hiroki, Volume 2. Ballad of Sword and Wine, Volume 7. Blue Lock, Volume 29. The Blue Wolves of Mibu, Volume 9. Bug Ego, Volume 1. Cat Crazy, Volume 3. Chivalry of a Failed Knight, Volume 9. The Climber, Volume 5. The condemned villainess goes back in time and aims to become the ultimate villain, Manga number 6. Copper Coins, Tong Queen Kanchi, Volume 3. The Dashing Zaddy and His Icy Prodigy, Volume 5. Drifting Dragons, Volume 17. The Elegant Courtly Life of the Tea Witch, Volume 3. Everything for Demon King Evilogia, Volume 1, this light novel series. Father, I Don't Want This Marriage, Volume 6. Finding Camellia, Volume 7. Gachakuta, Volume 10. Glasses with a Chance Delinquent, Volume 6. Happy Land, Volume 2. Royal Highness Seems to Be Angry, Volume 3. Hitting Rewind with You, Volume 2. I Tamed My Ex-Husband's Mad Dog, Volume 6. It's Just a Dream, right? Killing Me, Killing You, Volume 1. Kingdom, Volume 6. Loverboy, Volume 5. Men of the Harem, Volume 6. Mission Yazakura Family, Volume 22. We're getting near the end of the series. My Darling Devilish Daughter, Volume 1. My Dress Up Darling, Volume 15. This is the final volume of the series. I'm actually kind of excited to see how the series ends. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, Volume 10, the light novel, or actually it's manga. Rainbows After Storms, Volume 9. Record of Ragnarok, Volume 18. Red River, Omnibus 1920-21. Shoha Shoten, Volume 10. Tetsu's Coffee, Beginner's Guide to Coffee for Manga Lovers. This looks like a really fun book to read. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Trinity and Tempest, Volume 10. Tokyo Aliens, Volume 10. Tomb Raider King, Volume 14. Waiting for You at the End of the Runway, Volume 1. Wondrous, Volume 2. Wash It All Away, Volume 7. Wave Listen to Me, Volume 11. This series I didn't think was coming out anymore, but I guess he's still working on it. The World After the Fall, Volume 13. And last and certainly not least, we've got Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead, Volume 19. So these are the manga releases for the week. Like I said, we got a lot of double-digit chapters and volumes involved, and a lot of really good series, a couple of new ones, and some that are ending. So for me personally, my top 5 for this week are going to be Bug Ego Volume 1. This series just looks really cool. The artwork looks beautiful. Everything for Demon King Elogia. The synopsis for this sounds insane. I really want to check it out. Killing You, Killing Me. It just looks very eclectic and different from what we've read, even though it looks like it's going to have a lot of fan service. But still, I want to check it out, and that's my highest one of the week. We've got My Darling Devilish Daughter, Volume 1. This looks like a standard dad anime, or a manga, but it could really be good. And Tetsu's Coffee. I like these books where they analyze things from a manga point of view, so it's just a guilty pleasure. So these are my top 5. What about you? What are your top 5? Leave a comment down below or let me know your thoughts. And I want to thank each and every one of you for checking out this podcast. Every email I get, every new comment, every new mention, every new subscriber. It just gives me more motivation to keep doing this. So I want to thank each and every one of you. You all are awesome, and thank you so much. More importantly, I wouldn't be doing this without you. I love doing this. And I want to keep doing this on an old man who reads manga with thick glasses and large print manga. So thank you so much. And I know I say it every episode, but I honestly mean this. It is the truth. And some updates and some news. First off, next month I will be at Animazement in Raleigh. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully I've got some panels going on. I'll let you know what's going on with that. I've applied for Otakon. We're going to see if I get into Otakon this year because it's been a while. I can't wait to go back. It's going to be kick-ass. I've got some new panels and some new ideas and some new craziness, especially because it's a sworded sorcery theme. So we get to talk about some awesome magic series. I think I'm going to throw Slayers in just because Slayers is awesome, even though it's not for adults anyway, but it's Slayers. Let's be honest. It's awesome. But I digress. And if you're watching, remember to like, share, subscribe. And if you're watching on YouTube, like I said, click on, give us a like, subscribe. And as always, click on that bell for notification when we release new episodes. For the new episodes of the podcast, including our Spiraken Book Club. We have our Spiraken Manga review, and we have a couple other new things coming out, including a review for Daredevil. When the series is over, we're going to do an overview of how we thought Daredevil Season 2 for Born Again was. But I digress. Let's get to the part that you've all been waiting for, the most important part of this podcast. The best part, I think. And what are we talking about? We are talking about that one, that only. The Wheel of Manga! Except no substitutes. And what is the Wheel of Manga? The Wheel of Manga is a wheel of fortune with 10 slots on. One of them is a assigned manga title to each of 10 slots. So we're going to spin the wheel. Whatever number it lands on, that's a manga review in the next episode of the Spiraken Manga Review, episode 627. So let's spin, see what we're going to review in the next episode, shall we? Number 4. So in the next episode, I'm going to be reviewing Love Bullet. What is it about? Well, apparently Cupid now holds a gun. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? We're going to have to wait and see. But anyway, as usual, I hope you joined this episode. I am your host, Zan. I am Gonzville. I'll catch you guys next time. And as always, keep reading manga. I will see you later.